Welcome inside our KDKA studios for Eye on the Majors. I'm Rich Walsh. What a week at Oakmont. The weather wasn't great at times, and neither was the golf, but that was mainly because of how hard Oakmont is. But the way the championship unfolded, especially Sunday after the rain delay, will go down in history as one of the greatest finishes in U.S. Open history, and it happened right in our backyard. It was Sam Burns' championship to lose, and he did, going from first to seventh after shooting a 8 over 78 on that Sunday. The course proved to be the toughest test in golf, especially when it counted the most. All the guys that were at the top of that leaderboard after the third round struggled on Sunday, gave back shots, including eventual winner J.J. Spaun, who just gave back less. Spaun was the leader after the first round with a 4 under 66 and was right in the mix every day after shooting 72 on Friday, 69 on Saturday, and finished up with a 72 on Sunday. But the way he shot that 72 was super impressive. Spaun was 5 over after the first 9, shooting a 40 on the front. But an hour and 40-minute rain delay gave him a chance to refocus, and he did, making 4 birdies on the back, 12 and then 14. And then on the last 2 holes, which won it for him, Spaun drove 17, a gutsy move right there, but it paid off. He birdied 17 all 4 days, and then just needing a par to win it on 18. Remember, he bogeyed this hole in rounds 2 and 3. But Spaun knew the break, saw Viktor Hovland's putt moments before, and dropped this 65-footer with about 10 feet of break to win the 125th U.S. Open.
Just to finish it off like that is just a dream. I mean, you watch other people do it. You see, the Tiger chip. You see Nick Taylor's putt. You see, crazy moments. And to have my own moment like that at this championship is, I'll never forget this moment for the rest of my life.
Here's a look at the final leaderboard at Oakmont. Spaun's in at 1 under, followed by Robert McIntyre, who came out of nowhere the last 2 days, shooting 69 and 68. Viktor Hovland was right there all week, but a 73 on the final day cost him. Cam Young finished 4th, along with Tyrell Hatton and Carlos Ortiz at 3 over, and then John Rahm, Scotty Scheffler, and Sam Burns tied for 7th at 4 over. Spaun shocked the golf world. He was 120 to 1 odds to win it, so a $100 bet paid you $12,000. This year's U.S. Open is Spaun's first major championship win. He finished 2nd at the Players this year, losing to Rory McIlroy in the playoff. He was 37th at the PGA and 50th at the Masters. This was only his 2nd win on tour, winning the Valero Texas Open in 2022. And one of the reasons for success at Oakmont was his clubs. He plays Srixon irons and Cleveland wedges. And our Bob Pompiani had a chance to tour the Srixon Cleveland equipment bus. That's the one that made sure J.J. Spaun had all the right equipment.
Tell us about some of the stuff that you face from players who want everything to be perfect.
We just, a lot of the time with the guys, we'll done a lot of new wedges this week because they want fresh grooves because the greens could get firmer as the week goes. Most of it is just, I call it preventative maintenance, when we're checking lies and loss and maybe regripping their clubs to make sure that everything is set for them to get their week started.
Thanks, Bob. Stay right there. Coming up next, Spaun wasn't the only winner at Oakmont. All that and more after the break. Welcome back to Eye on the Majors U.S. Open edition. Justin Hastings was the only amateur to make the cut. Hastings finished at 15 over after finishing 73, 73, 73, and 76 on the final day, which tied him for 55th.
It was such a treat just to be able to play in the U.S. Open and then let alone have the success to be able to call yourself a low amateur. It's something I'll hold on to for the rest of my life. It's been a lot of good. I mean, today I played a very similar round to the ones I did the first 3 days and just had no luck on the putting green. But yeah, I played to what I know I can, and I played solid all week.
Now, not many around here know Hastings, but some might know his caddy. Aaron Williams was one of 2 local caddies that got asked to carry a bag in this year's Open. Eddie Krause was the other. Both guys are permanent fixtures at Oakmont, carrying bags for members every day, but not last weekend. They both had a chance to caddy in the U.S. Open. Now, Krause's guy, Frankie Harris, did not make the cut, but Williams looped all 4 rounds with Hastings.
So it pays to have a local guy here as a caddy, doesn't it?
As I heard, from what I heard, he's 2nd in strokes gained putting. So I'm just going to let the stats speak for themselves. But yeah, I think we had a really good week together so far. The kid's great, man. I mean, I'm looking forward to what he can do over the weekend. Hopefully we make it. It's looking good with the projected cut line.
Yeah, and that would be pretty cool for you, though, right?
That was the goal still the goal. And I mean, this could be a huge kickstart to the kid's career.
All right, so Eddie, what was this like for you out here today and this weekend?
Oh, this whole weekend was just fantastic. You know, good to see the membership, all the caddies, the fans, and just being around the Open experience. And just, it's really special being inside the ropes and being able to represent Oakmont.
Yeah, only 2 local guys get the caddy in this. That's got to be an honor for you.
Yeah. You know, member of ours here got me the bag. You know, he thinks very highly of me and very appreciative, and be able to have mutual friends. So they're happy to have me on the bag this week and show them around. And we mapped the course out, and, you know, you got to hit the fairways, or else, you know, you start thinking, yeah.
So you're out here every day. In your opinion, what's the toughest part of this golf course for these guys?
The rough. You know, these fairways are firm and fast, and hopefully this rain surpasses this weekend, so you'll be able to see the true Oakmont.
And speaking of caddies, former Oakmont caddy and now dentist in Indianapolis, Matt Vogt qualified, but after shooting 82 and 81, he did not make the cut for the weekend. Vogt was 23 over after 2 rounds, but had the time of his life.
Very disappointed in my play, but you know, this is the toughest test in golf. I mean, this place is just so brutal. It just beats you up. So I hope to take a lot from the experience. I mean, I don't think there's a tournament or a golf course that could be harder, or honestly could feel more pressure than I did this week. I don't think it could get any tougher. So I hope to build on it from a golf standpoint, and from a life standpoint. I mean, I'll have this memory forever coming back to Oakmont for an Open. So yeah, I'll cherish it for sure.
Definitely a memorable experience for Matt Vogt. We have to take a break now. When we come back, we wrap things up, and I give you my picks for the next major, the Open Championship. Welcome back to Eye on the Majors. I'm Rich Walsh. 3 down to 1 to go. Next up is the Open Championship at Royal Portrush in Northern Ireland. Here's a look at the latest world golf rankings after the U.S. Open. Scottie Scheffler is still #1, followed by Rory McIlroy, Xander Schauffele, Colin Morikawa is 4th, and Justin Thomas comes in at 5th. And if you look at the odds for the Open Championship, Scheffler is the favorite, followed by McIlroy, and then Jon Rahm, Bryson DeChambeau, and Xander Schauffele. By the way, maybe some good odds with Sam Burns, who is plus 5,000, and J.J. Spaun is plus 6,500 after winning. I was wrong like most people with my U.S. Open pick. I like Colin Morikawa, but for the Open Championship, I'm going with Rory McIlroy because he has history at Royal Portrush. He set the course record there when he was 16, shooting a 61 in 2005. Now, that was the old course record. They changed the course. Portrush had the Open Championship back in 2019. McIlroy actually missed the cut then. Shane Lowry won that year, setting a new course record with a 63 during the 3rd round. By the way, Lowry is plus 2,500 to win this year, which is another good bet, but I'm still taking McIlroy for some reason. Thanks for watching. I'm Rich Walsh. Have a great day, and I'll see you later, hopefully on a golf course.